how's their income? 17. Commonwealths we saw was 21. Austria, 10. That's actually slightly less than I expected, though I guess you're still dealing with autonomy from your new territories. Trade income. How are you doing for trade? Are you doing anything with trade? You control 76% of Venice, so you don't necessarily need to upgrade these centres. I'd really like to see upgrading Genoa. Genoa is such a valuable trade node, and you could be making so much more money from it. Especially once you've wiped out Naples. And you would effectively be stealing the money from Aragon. And as far as I'm aware, you don't have any affinity towards Aragon. You're not rivals either, though. Ottomans, how much money are you making? And how much are you getting from subsidies? No more subsidies. Huh. The only one that Arabia is currently funding are Vijayanagara. They're making 100 ducats from trade. Don't underestimate trade, ever. I mean, there are some nations which will struggle to do it, like the Commonwealth. Austria, I think, should be focusing a lot more than they are right now. Portugal's making 50 ducats. France is ignoring it completely. Aragon is AI right now, so it would be unfair to judge. Ireland isn't making a huge amount, but Ireland would struggle. So Ireland does have a level 2 centre of trade in the English trade node, which makes sense, but I think that actually Ireland... No, never mind. I was going to say Ireland should be collecting in North Sea, but that's not true. They should definitely be going for the English Channel, although they are always going to struggle to rival the Dutch. Then the Dutch. How much are the Dutch making from trade? 26. That's a lot lower than it should be. And the Danes? Although the Danes, as we've seen, are focusing on spoils of war rather than trade. So that's really 24 ducats there. And they only control 34% of the Lubeck trade node. If Denmark is so determined to do piracy, I think that I would try and broker an agreement between Denmark and Holland where Denmark sends all of their trade to Holland, Holland then pulls it in and then subsidies Denmark back. And that way you can use the Danish light fleet aggressively for stuff like ransoming against the Portuguese. Can the Timurids form Persia? Yes, they can. They can also form the Mughals. Both of them are very good choices. What do they need to do that? Because they need more of Delhi to form Mughals, and they've started to move in towards Delhi, but I don't think they've done it very aggressively yet. And I know there was a lot of friction between the Timurids and Vijayanagara when Vijayanagara first started playing, because Vijay came in later. Timmy has been playing since the start. To form the Mughal Empire... Oh, they don't need a lot. 3 provinces, one of which they're already next to. And then they need these two. So another war against Delhi, and if Delhi is allied to Jaunpur, which they're not, they were fighting each other. Although Delhi's allies are broke down. Oh, no they haven't. They've still got Malwa and Sind. Never mind. It's exactly what it was once before. But yes, you could definitely form Mughals. I'm not seeing Persia, though. I know that Timurids can form Persia. And for Great One, which is basically the Mongol Empire, they would need to take all of this back. Wow, that is a lot. Yep, they would need a lot for that one. And then restoring the Mongol Empire, which is the actual Mongol Empire, they would need even more. Oh, I see. They must have formed Great One, and then they can become... Or Yuan. I'm not sure how you pronounce that one. Maybe the Timurids turning into Persia is just them exploding and Persia coming out on top. I've seen that happen too. But I'm fairly sure that we're going to see a Mughals. I'm kind of sure that's what he's been focusing on since the start. I'm just glad that there's another power emerging who could rival the Commonwealth. I mean, militarily, I'm not convinced. Financially... they're quite close. It really depends on who Timurid's allies are. Especially if the Commonwealth brings in Austria and or Prussia. I mean, a block of these 3 could definitely beat the Commonwealth. A block of these 4, as could also happen, could definitely beat the Commonwealth. Because you could have the Andalusia coming via Gotland, hitting them from behind with naval invasions. The Ottomans fighting down here in the Balkans, and if they lose the Balkans, they can just skip across the strait, which is then going to be defended by the Arabians and the Andalusians. Timurids can hit across the steppes, and then Arabia can just support wherever it's needed, plus money. But that would need to end the rivalry between those two. So from where I was saying the Commonwealth are extremely strong, they are, but there are viable rivals to that. Okay, so France is going after Burgundy again, taking some more territory, which is good. France is finally starting to look as strong as they should be. Although their financial situation is still leaves a lot to be desired. I would say that they should try and build up these 2 centres of trade to start getting a slice of the Genoese trade node, or they could be trying to take a slice of the English Channel trade node with these 2. It kind of depends where they think the least resistance would come from. Or they could just go colonial and start feeding in money through Bordeaux into Champagne and just ignore those 2 entirely. They do have options. Because they could pretty much lock Champagne down once they've taken out the Burgundian territories. But it's just never going to be as valuable as either of these 2. And what actually feeds into Bordeaux? St. Lawrence does. Chesapeake doesn't. Caribbean does, and I think Ivory Coast does. Yeah. So Canada, Caribbean, West Africa is where France needs to be. And some of the other European powers should be concerned about the fact that these 3 are gobbling up all of the Ivory Coast. Because once they've taken the Ivory Coast, it's going to be difficult to oust them, and they can just control all trade coming in from the east. And once trade companies become a thing, which is going to be in the next 20 to 30 years, that's going to be a lot of cash. And actually, that's one thing I'm kind of curious about. Have you built any charter colonies yet? How do I even see that? I'm not sure I can actually see charter colonies. Because it would be here, wouldn't it? I don't think I can see the buildings that they've built. Keep speculating who beats whom, but I can't really see any clear interplayer conflicts on the horizon. I don't think that the skirmish between the Ottomans and the Commonwealth is over. Muscovy, I'm going to have to say at this point, is a dead nation. They're going to get divided up between the Timurids and the Commonwealth. And then the next one, it's got to be the Ottomans. The Ottomans is the breaking point. We might see more conflict in Iberia, particularly between Andalusia and Portugal. I'm not sure how much, though. I think that's going to be more of a colonial struggle than a Iberian struggle. Aragon is another one. Has made a lot of enemies. So they could struggle. They've also not got a huge number of friends. Just Portugal and Arabia. And I don't know how much Arabia is going to want to ally with Aragon. I feel like the Arabian alliance was mostly to get revenge on Portugal and Andalusia for when Castile was wiped out, and I don't know how much that's really going to matter anymore. Time heals all wounds. Alright, so Holland got a bunch more of England. I think Denmark did that for them. And Holland is yet another coalition.
Hey, Mordred, 10:01. When do you want to...
Yeah, we should probably end it here.
You gonna just yank everybody up into general?
Yeah, I'll do it. Alright, so I should probably join general. Hello. I'm going to start pulling people in here. Hello, 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 hello.
Oh.
Hello, hello.
Cheerio.
Hello.
Hello.
Cheers when you say bye. Hello.
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 So, how do we think things are going?
Everyone's going to die.
I've almost
having
done
a
my,
great time.
I've taken exploration.
Helson, tell them how everyone's going to die.
I have had a great game.
It's going pretty well. I just, I'm going to want to die when the religious turmoil event fires next week.
Arabia is, like everybody's sending me money so I can embrace the institution.
I just realised that Muscovy quit.
Yeah, he didn't show back up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I would consider it protected for this session, but then next session, not protected.
That's great.
Alright, guys, well, grab your save game.
Yep,
Maybe
everyone
now
save.
I can take Nizhny Novgorod.
How do you, Mordred, do you like that nice, pretty
I used to
green
have Japan trying to become
dwarf?
Christian.
It's definitely interesting. I must admit, I'm more intrigued about Sapmi because Val actually sold Sapmi land.
Yeah.
I gave them land. They're a march.
You probably gave him the state.
Okay.
Yep, Laponia has all the solid state now.
Oh, and Sapmi has attrition bonuses, so you should just fill that area with forts.
I want to be the Mamluks again.
Nope, it's too late
Nope,
for
too
that,
late.
kid.
Yep, you ruined it. You
I
ruined
didn't
it.
know I lost the government type.
You do. The only one who gets to keep the government type, as far as I'm aware, is the Prussian monarchy when they go Germany.
It's because
We were trying to figure out why you did it. We were like, what?
Yep.
because when you hover over Egypt, it says abolish Mamluk government type. When you hover over Arabia, it doesn't. So I thought it didn't, get rid of it.
No, it does. Sorry.
And it used to not be like that, but I think they changed it.
Yeah, I think there are two countries which have many regrets, and one of them is not even here, Andalusia.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Although I don't know how many regrets he has. I mean, he was in a league war, but that's it.
True.
Yeah, we didn't hurt him too badly.
Like we might have devastated a province or two, but we
In
didn't
fact,
steal anything.
in that instance, sorry, I'm not going to offer this one to you as well, Calico, because you were here and you did it. With Andalusia, is there a console command to flip them back?
I don't believe so.
No.
No, yeah, the government option's completely locked off if you're not one of the Moroccan people.
Yeah, but is there a way of tag switching them back again?
He's asking that because he wanted to keep Morocco's ideas.
I don't think
You
they
could,
can because Andalusia are a endgame tag.
The only thing you could maybe do is use a console to give Morocco a core, and then release that core, and then tag swap to the core, and then integrate. Then force integrate there. That's the only thing you can do.
We should totally make me with the Mamluks again, though, because I didn't know what happened.
So the war against Poland wasn't so devastating because I recovered pretty quickly, but still, people are gonna die.
Yeah, that initial
Nobody
stack
wants
wipe.
to go against Poland.
Ooh, that
People
initial
are just
stack
gonna.
wipe was
I mean, part of it was I
brutal.
sent you like 400 ducats. Like, here, survive, rebuild.
This sounds like Yalta with Stalin, Churchill, Eisenhower.
It's like I don't want Commonwealth to get too big. So here, have money and keep yourself alive. So at least there's something there.
Or else it could also be Catherine the
whether
Great,
whether
Frederick
anything
the
comes of it
Great,
or not, I
and
don't know. But
whoever the Austrian was, the Polish partition.
Catherine and I don't think it was
No.
Maria Theresa at that point.
Well, it's
I
all
might
right.
help him,
There's
actually.
I've
there's
got the most provinces.
I'm just happy died yet, even though it wasn't a player. But now this time, he didn't throw any monkey red. They didn't throw any, their AI didn't throw any monkey red.
and so the only thing I saw Deviet even do like this entire game is I think they like colonized the rest of Taiwan.
Yeah, Diviet's been very quiet. I've been keeping an eye on him.
From like the one province they had.
Do you want to know what the really surprising thing is, though? Commonwealth is not the largest human player.
Timmy.
Timmy
Nope.
is.
Timmy is.
Yep.
Most of
I've
my,
got the
yeah,
most provinces.
most of my
Yes.
dev comes from vassals
Fifth
and
biggest
BUs.
fleet.
Does that count?
That's like my only
towards your
notable
content,
achievement.
Dev?
I am astonished that as
It's
Prussia,
half of your dev.
I'm astonished that as Prussia, I am actually making a good bit of money. That is so unusual for me as Prussia and Brandenburg.
That's
I've got to go get food, so I'll talk to everybody later.
Yeah, I've got to go as well.
See
So
me
thank
earlier,
you.
I was
Yeah,
throwing,
see ya. Have a nice day.
Thank you,
Yeah,
everyone,
and
for
I
playing.
gotta
That gets people like,
switch
"Here,
over
have
to
money.
Vince.
You have money."
Yep, happy to be here. See you later, guys.
Bye.
Oh,
And also,
Did they not
thank you
cancel it
everyone.
or something?
Hang on, guys, quiet. Thank you everyone for watching on Twitch. We will be back again next Sunday, same time, 3 p.m. GMT until 6 p.m. GMT. Hope to see you then. That's it from me for this evening. I will be streaming again Monday, tomorrow. Stay tuned for a schedule because I haven't announced it yet. So thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye later. See you next week.
See ya.
Yep.